Hello and welcome to the Monday MOOcast. This is episode 15, and we are here in Greg's palatial estate this week to talk all the best in gaming news from the Moo straight to you. I'm Mike O'Mara, and I'm here with...
Greg Obert.
And...
Andrea Mike.
And we're going to start like we start every week, talking about what we've played. And I think it's been forever since I've gone first, so sorry, Andrea, even though you're the lady here.
Aww.
I'm going to just go on in and start, because I'm sick of you guys just monopolizing the beginning minute of the show.
Fine.
So there. So I said it.
Should have talked about
Fine.
this before we started recording.
I know.
Right?
It's sorry. I need a public forum. So now I forgot what I played. Oh, what have I played? I've played since Andrea was talking about Saints Row the Third so much. I popped that in a little bit this week, and I realized that it is a very, very, very fun game. So
yeah.
I think I'll be booting that co-op up with you, Andrea, sometime this week. Hopefully.
You should. You said that last time.
I know, and then I didn't. I'm a horrible man.
Aww.
It was a busy work week, so I'm sorry.
I know.
So, Saints Row, I played a little bit. The video that you will be watching as we are talking are the other two games that spent the most time in my disk drive this week, and that was the new maps, the Final Assault maps for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, which I actually like quite a bit, and Battlefield 3. I played some gun game, or Gun Master as it's called in Battlefield 3. I like that close quarters mode, and I wanted to test out the new multiplayer update that they did on that game, balancing all the guns, and I am happy to report it feels even more realistic now, so go shoot people in the face. And so between those two games and some Skyrim, because I wanted to check out Hearthfire DLC, and a little bit of Saints Row, that's what I've been spending my week playing. How about you, Andrea?
It was either Saints Row or Black Ops Zombies. Those
Right.
are the only two things I played this week. I've yet to play the new Modern Warfare 3 maps, which is on my to-do list, just because I haven't picked up that game in so long. But anyway, in Saints Row the Third, I finally finished the campaign, and without giving anything away, I would describe it as it was just a really fun ending. Like, I just had fun with it, because this game is just ridiculous. And I want to go back sometime in the near future and play the other ending, because this game, it has a lot of... when you play missions, you can choose. It'll be like, oh, do you want to do this or do you want to do this? And, of course, the outcome's going to be different. So let's just say I completed the game one way, and, I want to see what the other ending is. But at one point, the ending that I was playing through, I was confused. I'm like, what is going on? Which sounds a lot like Saints Row.
Right.
And then it all made sense. I'm like, that's funny. So, I had a lot of fun with that. And then, in the land of Black Ops Zombies, Greg and I finally got, was it the Shangri-La Easter egg?
Congratulations.
With the help of Brian.
Yo, Brian Stone!
And Marty did that with us, too. Yeah, that seems like such a long time ago. It was last weekend. That I felt really accomplished doing that. And then now we're trying to attempt Moon.
Cool. Harder, you'd say, so far?
Yes.
No.
No?
See, I would much rather do Shangri-La again.
So speaking of Saints Row, then, I don't know if you guys out there know, they were going to have one more big DLC for Saints Row the Third that was to be called Enter the Dominatrix. But they decided kind of the 11th hour to make it a fully featured game for next year, which seems a little bit like money grubbing to me, but hey, whatever. So do you think you'll be getting that, Andrea, based on your experience with Saints Row the Third?
Most likely. I mean, I love Saints Row the Third.
Right.
I haven't played the other two, but
right.
I definitely did not see myself playing this game at any point. But somehow I started playing it and I really like it. So
Fate brought you together.
Yeah, and then with this new game, well, I like The Matrix and I like Saints Row the Third, so it's probably going to be good.
You like chicks in leather?
Yes.
We got her to say it on tape. All right, Greg, what have you been playing?
I was a little busy this week. I had, I did the Shangri-La thing, of course. I actually finally got up and running a Super Nintendo emulator on my laptop.
Awesome.
Which, if you would like to check out my Mario series, I've been trying to post those daily, so you can see what a Mario hack is like. And I played some Slender. I finally downloaded that.
Slender!
And played that a little bit. I don't know, it's definitely atmospheric, it's definitely scary, but it's definitely a beta. Like, it's not a finished game. And, you know, I say that because, first off, I find it really frustrating that I don't know where I'm going. It would just be nice to have some sort of map, even if it was on, like, the loading screen, just to know at least where the landmarks are. Not where the pages are, but just where the landmarks are. And the other thing was, I was playing at one point, I had my flashlight off, and I turned it on, and then all of a sudden the Slender Man just popped into existence, like, right in front of me. It wasn't like I turned the flashlight on and he was there. It was just like, oh, I'm going to spawn now. Like, this isn't Modern Warfare 3. We need to...
Oh, here he goes again.
But, hey, it's free. It's pretty awesome. I recommend you check it out. The other game that I finished last night, well, started and finished last night, was To the Moon, which was an indie game on Steam. And it was very interesting. It's a really great story. I enjoyed what happened. It's basically the premise is you're these two scientists and you have to travel back through the memories of this dying man to give him a new memory that he wants.
Wow.
Which is he wants to go to the moon.
It's like Total Recall.
Yeah, kind of. And it's really cool to kind of see what happens along the way. But I was a little disappointed in the gameplay. It just felt like it was, like, prolonging the experience. I didn't feel like I was doing anything worthwhile. It just felt like it was delaying me from getting to the next memory. But, I mean, other than that, it's $8 on Steam right now. You should probably check it out. I mean, I think it was worth it.
And word to the wise, console manufacturers everywhere, look at, like, what they're doing on PC. Because, like, Slender, free, right? Like, To the Moon, $8. Like, everything on Xbox Live, $10,000. Like, come on.
True.
Come on. Give us some cheaper options. Like, this is ridiculous.
Right. I mean, I think Crysis 1 is like $30, 20 or $30 on XBLA.
And you can get it for like $5.
And Crysis 2 is, I think, $30.
Yeah.
But, you know, I logged on to Steam, and the very first thing that popped up was Crysis Collection, 75% off. So
right.
It's like,
and if they did that on the console at the same time they did it on PC, like, they'd make so much more money, ultimately, I think. Yeah. Because the console people would try it. Like, I want Crysis 1 on Xbox, but I don't want to pay, like, $20.
No, I agree. I'd like to try it at some point. Because, you know, the second one was good. I enjoyed it. And
right.
I'd like to see where the story started.
Right.
But I don't have a desire to play it that much to
yeah, I don't want to pay $20 for it. It's ridiculous. No. Anyways, whatever. So I mentioned the Skyrim DLC Hearthfire that came out last week, and I know you guys haven't had a chance to try it yet. I did download it mostly for my wife because she likes, like, making fake homes in games and not having an objective. That's no offense to my wife. It's just what she likes. She likes her open world stuff. So we got it in my household, and so I checked it out for a bit, and it is really, really. What I really like about it is it makes an open world game even more open. If that makes any sense, like, it makes you feel like anywhere you could literally, like, stake a claim on this world, and that's a really cool feeling because I think even though it's so open and it's so, like, nicely realized, it kind of still feels sterile that everything is there and you don't really put your mark on it. I mean, like, yes, you go in, you defeat things, you come back out, but those caves are still there the exact same way. Those castles are still there the same way. So what I really like about it is that now, for the first time, like, you can say, like, hey, I really like this stream or this mountain, I really like this forest, I'm going to literally live here, this is where my character, my avatar is going to be from. And for those people that like are really into the role-playing aspect of it, where they really like that, you can really get sucked into it. It's really cool. There's a lot of options for the house itself, and the way it goes is on this, like, tier building thing. So when you first download the DLC, you will, the next time you play the game with the DLC loaded, you'll get one of those silly couriers run up to you and be like, I've got something for you, adventurer, your eyes only. And when you open it up, it says, like, basically, I don't know exactly if it's randomized or if it's based on the number of missions you have done in the Jarl's different kind of areas, but you will get a letter from one of the Jarls that says, hey, you're awesome, and you're so awesome, I want to give you landowner rights in my like, in my realm. So then you'll go to the Jarl's house, and the Jarl's like, hey, did you get my awesome letter? And you're like, yeah. And the Jarl's like, yeah, that's because you're awesome. Here's your land ownership thingy. So then you get land ownership thing, and then you can basically go somewhere and be like, I'm going to stake my claim here. And then you get this like workbench thing. So then from that point on, it kind of becomes like Skyrim, Minecraft. So then you get this like table, and you can make a little like shack. And the thing is, it works on this tier thing. So the more materials you go out and adventure and you get, the bigger your house can get, and the different things you can put in your house. So if you want to like be a gardener, you can build a greenhouse. If you want to like be an armorer, you can build an armory and like keep your sets of armor in there. So there's a lot of options to it. But where I found it lacking was like in adventuring. Like, I don't want to settle down. Like, this is not a retirement simulator for me. Like, I want to go kill more interesting things and then maybe hang their heads in my new house. So, I guess I'm saying, like, I give it a positive review, but I give it also a quizzical review because I'm like, where is all the adventure? Like, Dawnguard's awesome. Now give me more of that. Like, give me more adventuring. So I don't know what you guys think about it. I know that both of you like the game, like, as much as I do. So what are your thoughts on that? Like, where should Skyrim go from here? Like, if they're going to have one or two more pieces of big DLC, what would you like it to be?
Well, I would like it to be something, well, twofold. I would like to see a new guild.
Oh, yeah.
I would like to see... Now, I didn't play Oblivion all the way through, and I missed out on the
Knights of the Nine? Oh, so good.
I would like to see something similar to that. I mean, I know they have that with the companions.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, just some new kind of guild I would like to see. And I would also like to see... I was very surprised it was not there. Some kind of Colosseum.
Oh, right,
because I know the Fighters Guild is in, Cyrodiil, or... Is that the...
Cyrodiil, yeah.
City? But it's like there's nothing in Skyrim, and I'd really like to see maybe sort of an underground kind of
a fight club,
like a fight club. And
the first rule of Fight Club, is you don't
always talk about Fight Club.
Always.
And then maybe you could have some kind of seedy story to go along with that. So I'd like to see that personally. Andrea.
Gosh, I've put my Skyrim playing on hold. I blame Saints Row.
You're too busy pimping hoes.
Yeah, a little bit. But let's see. Skyrim, I really, compared to both of you, I really haven't played it a lot. I think, gosh, I don't even remember what level I am, like 20-something?
Nope.
And I feel like, that's still really early in the game. So, to be fair, I feel like I couldn't answer what I feel the game is lacking just because I still haven't played a lot of it yet. Like, Greg, you mentioned the guilds. I haven't...
You haven't done the regular guilds yet.
Nope. So, I don't really know what that's about, but I still don't have any of the DLC, but I have to say I like the idea that you can build a house wherever. At first, when I heard about it, I was like, okay, big deal, you can build a house. But I really like that you can pick exactly where you want to build it, but so yeah, just I guess in sum, I feel like I couldn't really answer what I feel the game is lacking, just because I haven't played through a lot of it yet.
Right. Yeah. Well, I don't know. For me, it just, like, the world is so big, they should find some way to put more adventure in it. Like, I'm not ready to settle down. Like, I want to go kill more things.
Yeah.
Like, there are more mountains to climb and slay things on.
Well, that's what's most fun for me, is that I go exploring. I just pick a direction, and I walk, and then all these things pop up on the map. Like, oh, there's a cave. Oh, what's this? What's that? So,
I would like to see kind of the other side of the coin. Like, what I really like about Skyrim is, like, you go into, like, those barbarian-type camps or, like, those bandit-type camps. They've never had, like, a bandit quest line. I think that would be awesome if you could, like, kind of see that world from that side of it too. Like, there's never, like, there's always been, like, the Thieves Guild, yes, or the Dark Brotherhood, but those are kind of, even though they're, like, negatively connotated guilds, like, there's a sense of, like, honor in that world about them, but the bandits are, like, always outside of that. They're always, like, they're really on the fringes even of that society. Like, people respect the Dark Brotherhood because they've got some kind of religious connotation, but, like, bandits are just jerks, you know what I mean? Like, so it'd be kind of cool to, like, play a bandit, like, just be, like, a pirate, you know what I mean? So I would like them to try to do that, maybe. But we'll see what they do. So Game Informer came out, the new Game Informer came out, and in it, there is a list of how many? 30, 31?
Yeah. 30.
Yeah, 30 best co-op games, their favorites. And let's see Andrea, if you can give us their top 5.
Sure.
Let's see what they say.
Let's start with number 5.
This is Game Informer.
Yeah. The number 5 was Portal 2.
Portal 2, okay.
Which I love that game, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy that it's on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, the first Halo
First
Combat
Halo, okay.
Evolved. Number 3 is Rock Band. Also awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 is Contra.
Nice, old school.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that one.
You haven't heard of Contra? Wait. Oh,
Really?
my God.
Yeah.
We apologize, folks. Contra is my childhood.
We're gonna have to educate.
Yeah, we have to. We will fix
Please.
this.
All right, moving along. And number 1 is Left 4 Dead.
All right, so let's see if how much we agree with all this. So,
Yeah.
Andrea, what do you? You don't even know what Contra is.
No, I don't.
My God.
I know.
So,
I'm such
Portal
a
2, you agree? Number
Oh,
5,
yeah.
or should it be higher?
I don't know. I think it's about right. I mean,
Yeah.
I was really happy that it's higher up on the list because I know I really had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
You know, not only the single player, but especially the co-op.
Mhm.
I think the co-op made the game for me.
Mm-hmm.
Halo, gosh, I haven't played Halo in a while, but I could see why the co-op would be fun, especially for the campaign.
Co-op campaign, the first one is awesome.
Yeah. Rock Band, gosh, Rock Band Guitar Hero, well, kind of the same. That was like that was college.
That was it, yeah.
And of course, Left 4 Dead. I really liked. I didn't start playing that game until probably about a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I really enjoyed it. I'd still like to play it.
Now, I am shocked and appalled. I'm going to look at their list. I'm going to see where Borderlands is. Like, this is ridiculous to me. Where is Borderlands? My God, where is
there it
Borderlands?
is.
Number 10. Number 10. That is a travesty. Like, I don't know. You guys have never played Borderlands, have you?
No.
Borderlands is the best co-op game I think I've ever played. It is fantastic. Everything you do helps the team, and like all the like different special things you get, all the buffs and stuff are team based. Like everything, like from giving ammo to each other to having things like level off of other people, other actions that other people do. Like everything is based around the co-op aspect of it. It's so super fun. And as far as like the logistical, technical side of it, it's got easy drop in, drop out co-op, so anyone can come in and anyone can leave at any time. It doesn't ruin anyone else's game. It's
That's nice, kind of like Left 4 Dead.
Right, and the enemies scale to the number of people automatically, and also to the level of everyone's character. So the difficulty of the enemies scales to the middle ground of where everyone is. So like if you jump into your friend server and you're only like level 1, they're level like 50, then all the characters will be about level 25. So it's like a challenge for you because you're a lesser character. But it's like not so it's such a cakewalk to the person who's better. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Borderlands is super awesome. I think I agree with Left 4 Dead though. If something else had to be number 1, Left 4 Dead's going to be it. Left 4 Dead is freaking awesome.
I actually disagree with, surprisingly, Halo.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's definitely a lot of fun. It should be on the list, and I think the later ones did it, a much better job in terms of having 4-player co-op.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like,
That's
I
number
think of
4,
something
that's-
like Left 4 Dead and Rock Band and Portal 2 and like kind of the teamwork that goes along
Right.
with that stuff. And Halo is more of just like, hey, here's a copy of Master Chief.
Yeah, just play
Or you
at the
can
same
play the
time.
Arbiter now, just play at the same time. There's nothing unique about it. Like, even Contra, like, when you drop another person in there, it is infinitely easier.
Right.
Like, because you have another person helping you out. But Halo, not so much.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Anything else you'd add to this list?
Me?
Yeah. Well, let's see. They have.
I don't know what else I have on here.
They had Gears of War 2 as 11 because of the Horde mode.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. They have the Battlefield games, but you guys hate those, so we're not even going to talk about it.
No, it's not that I hate them. I just...
Slander. Slander and lies.
They have Minecraft on here
Yeah.
as 15. I know you play a lot of that, Greg.
Not lately, but yes,
not lately, yeah.
It
But
is a great co-op game.
Crackdown is 16. I love Crackdown co-op. Did you ever play that?
No, I played the game, not co-op.
Oh, co-op's fun. Yeah, it's fun. But I see what you're saying, Greg, about the whole like teamwork has to be a part of it for it to be like the best co-op game, like made for co-op. That's why I think Borderlands should have been higher. Like Borderlands and Rock Band and Left 4 Dead are like, and Portal 2, I suppose, are like the quintessential co-op.
I was very pleased that Saints Row the Third made it on the list at number 22. Of course, I've yet to play the co-op, but it's coming. I want to do that soon.
You are that game's champion. Like this past month, you have been like
it's the new hotness. For
it
me,
is.
So it's, and I'm sure we've mentioned it before. That when I play a game, I play it for a while. Like it's that one game usually that I play until I'm sick of.
I'm sorry, I just have to make note of the fact that House of the Dead 2 is on this list. That's awesome.
That is awesome. That is a purely fun co-op experience, yeah.
I love that.
Coming in at
1 and
number
2
28.
were a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I remember.
Yeah, so they've got they had Resident Evil 5 as their number 30. I know that we've had some pre-show contention about well, I guess maybe not contention. I guess we're all a little pissed that Resident Evil 5 or that the Resident Evil series has kind of gone away from its horror roots and they're making the shift to like over the top big burly Call of Duty-esque action.
It's just, before we started recording, I forced Andrea to play Slender.
It was so scary, oh my god.
To see her reaction to a game like that. I mean, this is a game that, correct me if I'm wrong, it's just one guy made this game.
Yep.
And, like, that experience that Andrea had, I'm pretty sure it's safe for me to say this. I know you haven't played Resident Evil 5. That one experience is infinitely scarier than anything you would ever encounter in Resident Evil 5.
Yeah. No, I believe it. I mean, with Resident Evil 5, I only ever played the demo, and I don't think I even made it through the demo just because I thought it was stupid. I'm like,
yeah, it's kind of dull.
No.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay,
But
so
speaking of things we hate.
yeah, it's time for our weekly hate mail.
So I discovered 2 articles via The Escapist, and both of them make me hate EA even more, which is really hard to do because I'm not necessarily a huge fan of EA, but these just really. So the first article that I read earlier this week was EA apparently has a lot. They have 3 to 5 new IPs that they are just sitting on right now.
Really?
They refuse to release them because they believe, just like Ubisoft mentioned earlier in one of our earlier episodes, we talked about it, but Ubisoft mentioned that the market isn't good to new IPs later on in a console generation. So they are literally just going to sit on these new IPs until the next consoles come out.
And they're not even going to tell us what they're going to be.
Not going to tell us what they are. They said traditionally they release new IPs in the first 24 months of a console's life cycle.
And then it's just sequels.
Mm-hmm. And I was trying to think about, like, just how ridiculous that was. Now, I'm no economist. I don't know the buying trends of people. But let me tell you, this summer has been really, really boring. Most summers are for gamers. And I don't know why that is, but I remember just a breath of fresh air, like Knights of the Old Republic. I remember that came out in August. BioShock 1 came out in August. Metal Gear Solid 4 came out in June. Like, I would gladly buy a new game in these months because there's nothing else to play.
Right. And that's when traditionally people have, like, more time,
Yeah, I was just going to say that you think that would make more sense for them to push these games in the summer.
Right.
Right. But no, they always, leave it till the end of the year.
Right.
But the thing that's really annoying to me is, like, you have other publishers that do this, and they're rewarded. Even as we were flipping through this list here, Borderlands came out in 2009. That's not the first 24 months of the console cycle, at least for the Xbox.
Right, and it was ridiculously popular, and now Borderlands 2 is going to make them a ton of money.
Right, and I mean, I'm trying to remember what games were referenced in this article, but they said Bethesda, Square Enix, Quantic Dream, and Naughty Dog have released new IPs. Now, I know Bethesda came out with Rage.
Yep.
Naughty Dog is doing The Last of Us.
Yep.
I don't know what Square Enix and Quantic Dream are doing. I forget what the sequel, or their next game is from Heavy Rain. Their new one is, 'cause that's going to be...
Beyond Two Worlds, or Beyond... Is that what it's called? Beyond?
something.
Yeah.
Because that's this generation, I think.
Yeah, it is.
And I know even Epic Games is coming out with that, like, zombie
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Fortnite.
Yeah, Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
And it blows my mind that these people are like, oh, we can't release these new games. Like, they're just, no one's going to buy them.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you serious? So not only are you holding back developers and creativity because you just want to wait for new systems because you think they're going to sell more, but you're depriving gamers of new experiences
right.
and more experiences.
Right.
Because if you just delay more and more, then ideas that come after that are just going to get delayed more and more.
Right.
And like,
well, and personally, I think what it's going to do, it's going to make a huge glut of games that come out right when the next system comes out, which usually means that they are at least partially rushed. Those games, usually first generation games, aren't as polished because they don't know how to develop for the software yet. Like we've seen that every single console cycle, and it also means like practically, I'm not going to want to buy all those games. Like I mean, I'm going to want to buy all those games. No, let me rephrase that. I'm not going to be able to buy all those games at once, which means that they're going to still sit on the store shelves anyways. And personally, I don't know about you guys, but like I would rather see something new now for the established system that I have already sunk money into, rather than and then like get psyched up for the sequel to come out on the new system, rather than like have to wait for the new system and then bargain my money not only on a new system but on a new IP that I don't know anything about yet. I don't know about you guys, but like
I mean, like just thinking this year, Halo 4,
right.
Black Ops 2 are coming out.
Right.
I cannot wait to see what Halo 5
oh my god
and Black Ops 3 are going to look like.
Right, they'll be ridiculous.
Because it's gonna blow my mind
right.
to see the advance
right.
in technology from now to then.
Right.
I don't know if you feel the same, Andrea, but
yeah, I mean, I haven't really thought that far ahead yet, just because at least on my calendar, it's like what am I looking forward to now? Well, Halo 4 and Black Ops 2. Gosh, it's just to think about Halo 5 and Black Ops 3. It's like, what? It doesn't even register yet,
You know they're coming.
Oh, I know. I'm sure they are. But at least for the time being, I'm just thinking about the next two games coming out, not the ones after that. But I think it will be interesting to see what they do with it.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm really annoyed with EA for saying things like that. It's just, I feel like they're not helping anybody. And then they came out later this week, and they said that EA labels president Frank Gibault
something French.
Something French. Which, by the way, both of these articles revolve around his comments, so maybe EA, you're going to have to shut this guy up, because he's not making friends with me, at least.
They're worried about this,
Yeah, because, their whole marketing team is
based around
whatever I think
yeah.
is. But he talks about how EA is very proud that their new games, almost all of them actually, have multiplayer. And this guy goes on to say, I have not greenlit one game to be developed as a single-player experience.
Uh-oh.
Today, all of our games include online applications and digital services that make them live 24/7, 365. Now, I remember what we talked about last week, Mike, with Spec Ops: The Line.
Oh, yeah.
That multiplayer was shoehorned into that game. I don't think that was EA, was it?
That was not EA, but the point of the director was that he was saying that all of the big publishers, it was 2K in his case, but he was saying that all the big publishers, that's what they're pushing for now, is like way too much multiplayer when you don't need it.
Right, and it's so aggravating for me to see something like this, that we need to shove this multiplayer into this game just so we can check a box on a list, when we're probably going to take away from the experience of the game just because we have to divert resources
right.
to this multiplayer. And they all say, no, our teams are big enough,
right.
we can totally handle both.
Right.
But you can't.
No.
Because you're spending money on multiplayer which could be spent polishing the single player.
Right.
I mean, just look at something like Skyrim.
Mm-hmm.
That was a solely single-player experience. And while something like that might be fun co-op, I am totally fine with it being single-player. It is amazing.
No, I agree.
Oh, yeah.
It was a dedicated experience that was planned from the start to be single-player.
Right.
And, you look at something like, Spec Ops, or you look at something like Resident Evil 5, or you look at something like Dead Space 3, like, it's not the same game when you throw in the multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
Even Dead Space 2 multiplayer, like, it was stupid.
It bombed. No one played it for
right,
that reason.
It was dumb. It was a waste of time.
Right.
And what sort of things could they have put into the campaign?
Right.
With that there, in my opinion, they wouldn't have had to copy-paste,
right,
like, 3 or 4 chapters from Dead Space 1.
Right. Right, and as we've seen in the past discussions we've had the past couple of MOOcasts about multiplayer, the multiplayer space and how, like, there's just too much out there. Like, it can't support it anyways. Like, there's not that many players. Like, everyone's already on Call of Duty. And those who have sworn off Call of Duty are on a different Call of Duty, like you. or they're on Battlefield, like
you.
like me. And there's, like, no one else there. Like, if you try to play another multiplayer game right now, like, it ain't happening. Like, no one's on your server, so it's a waste of time. Anyways, they might as well go for where we're lacking, which is in single player experiences, which gives everyone else an opportunity to have a full experience of a game that's not Call of Duty. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Thoughts, Andrea?
Yeah, I agree. I think I love co-op multiplayer. Any sort of teamwork objective game. But, every now and then I like to just play a single-player game by myself, just because.
Right.
And just the fact that those seem to be disappearing is disappointing.
Ooh, you used "dis" twice in the sentence.
Awesome. Yeah, I guess I did.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and, they go on to say that, in the article at least, single-player games have not been the focus of EA. You can see that in things like Mass Effect 3,
sure,
Dragon Age Legends on Facebook,
mm-hmm.
And that the focus won't be there in the future. So I hope, EA, if you're listening, I hope that you decide to change your stance, because it'd be a shame to see nothing but multiplayer thrown into all your games when it doesn't need it.
Right. Except for Battlefield. Keep that multiplayer,
well,
please.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that is an EA game. I forgot about that.
Love Mike. So we don't want to end our MOOcast complaining. So let's take a trip down a video game memory lane and fond memories of game endings. We had a mention of this last week when we were talking about Red Dead Redemption for a bit, and we all agreed that game's ending, at least the ending of the main storyline, not when you, like, mysteriously get to play as someone else after the main storyline, which we won't spoil if you haven't played the game. But play it, it's awesome.
No, we spoiled it last week.
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, his son sucks.
Out in the open.
Okay, fine. His son sucks. The main ending is awesome. Other than that, we decided to do some thinking about other game endings or main storyline endings that we love, and then other ones. The flip side of that is what games should have just ended where they did, and why they keep making them. Greg, hit us with some knowledge. Uh-oh, Greg's got no knowledge.
No, I'm thinking, like, some of my video game endings that I love. Red Dead Redemption, I liked the epilogue, actually.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I thought it was, again, spoiler alert if you have not played it, so don't listen for, like, I don't know, a little bit. But, like,
we'll call you.
I thought it was so awesome that you got to, ride across the country,
and
track
redeem
this guy down, and blow him away.
I like that
Jack.
part, yeah.
Like,
I do like that part.
I hate Jack, like, his voice actor grates on me.
But that
just,
was
like,
cool.
Shooting him in the face, and then he just turns around. It's like, boom, Red Dead Redemption.
It was so satisfying. Yeah,
it was so good. I loved it. I really, really enjoyed Portal 1. I thought that
the
had
ending,
a great
mm-hmm.
ending. I don't know. You put me on the spot. I need to think a little.
How about Bioshock 1?
No, actually,
you didn't like it.
I did not.
like
Bioshock's ending. And I remember reading an article when that came out, and it was, what's his name? Ken Levine
mm-hmm.
talked about how 2K, I guess, kind of pressured him into having endings, like specific endings.
Right.
I loved the good ending.
Mm-hmm.
I think that really fit with the story that they were trying to tell. But the neutral ending and the bad ending were so stupid, because not only were they the same ending with just a different voiceover.
Yeah, that's true.
But, like, it didn't make
They kind of pulled a Mass Effect.
Right. It was like, we have the Paragon ending, which is, like, really nice and makes sense and works with the world. And then you have the renegade ending, or whatever you want to call it, and it's just like, oh, I'm angry, I'm gonna blow up the world with my nukes. Like, no. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So
Wouldn't Duke Nukem do that?
Duke Nukem would do that. Speaking of bad endings, that was another one. I'm really sick of seeing games, that want to have sequels that just don't give you satisfying endings. Like, all the Call of Duty games recently, I mean, ever since Modern Warfare 1, like, the endings are terrible. They're dumb, and I really like to see some resolution.
Right. Oh, speaking of which, Battlefield 3, not to talk about it too much, but the campaign in that game is actually surprisingly good to me, and the ending is like an action movie cliffhanger, as you'd expect in any of these types of games, but it actually does kind of end, which I was actually proud of EA, at least for doing that, because it wasn't like, but wait, he had a brother, dun dun dun, like what you kind of always expect in those shooters when you know they're going to make another one. But they didn't, so I liked it. And it also ends like in Times Square, like right on Broadway with lots of people watching you, and that's actually cool. Like anyone who hasn't played that campaign, it's not a waste of time, actually. You should play it. It's pretty cool. What was I going to say? I just forgot what I was going to say.
Good video game.
Oh, video games. I think that I would have loved... I would have loved Halo 3's ending if they just let Chief go. Although I know they can't. Like, I know they can't. He's their mascot. It's like killing Mario, but, like, they should let him go.
I mean, I give Microsoft credit for that move. I mean, I think it was really nice to see an end to the trilogy.
Right.
The reason I'm a little annoyed that the Covenant are back is because I'd like to see an end to that.
Yeah, why can't the Covenant go?
Like... obviously you have the new Prometheans and all that. So, I mean, I hope they kind of just disappear. Because we did that already. So, like, show me something new. So, I like the fact that it's, like, that conflict supposedly, hopefully, ended. And so here's a new one.
Right. I really liked, I liked 2 out of the 3 Mass Effect endings.
Yeah.
See, I was actually going to say Mass Effect as one of my favorite endings. I know, like, okay, it's not perfect. I mean, I'm speaking for the whole trilogy, I guess.
You think the whole thing as a whole? Okay.
It's not perfect, I agree. But I just, when I played through those games, and I did it one after another, back to back, at a major Mass Effect marathon for a while.
It's pretty awesome.
I just, how would I describe it? I had such a connection with the characters, and it just, the whole story just kind of, I don't know, it really just made me involved with the story. Like, I felt a connection with it, and, it was a long time since I played a game like that I enjoyed the story so much.
Right.
And, to get to the ending, it was, sure, not perfect, but, in some sense it resolved, but it leaves a little open to the imagination, like what comes next. So yeah, I really enjoyed that trilogy. I did.
Did you guys ever play Fallout 3?
No.
Yes.
Did you? Did
Yes.
you play all the way to the end?
Yeah.
Did you play it all the way to the end before they like caved in and then let you keep playing it after you get to the end? Did you play before that patch?
Yes.
Did you like it better before the patch or after the patch?
Well, actually, I borrowed it from someone, and so I only had like a couple weeks to play through it. So like, once it ended, like that was it for me. So I gave it back. So I didn't even know that you could keep playing.
Right, and this is like, I really liked that. I really liked that at first they made it end where it ended. And then I was really mad when they actually caved to fan pressure, because fans were like, I want to keep leveling up my character, I want to play more. So they like put in this patch where instead of the ending, now when you do the final like story mission, like you wake up like mysteriously, like you don't die. You're supposed to die at the end. You're supposed to sacrifice yourself in the end, whether for selfish reasons or for whatever reasons. You're supposed to die.
Right.
That's how it used to end, and that was actually very like bittersweet and awesome that you sacrificed yourself to like make the world better for the people that are still living there. Well, in post patch, you like wake up like 2 weeks later, and they're like, "Okay, you're all right now, and you have all your stuff, and then you can just go back out in the wasteland and start killing things." But there's no reason to keep killing them because you already saved that part of the country. So it was just a wasted. I don't know. I think they wasted a moment there. Like I think people like get too used to never having finality in their like entertainment. They're like, give me more, give me more, give me more, give me more. Like, why can't you just enjoy it as a thing? Like, that's what it was. That was the story they wanted to tell. I wish they would have, like, not caved on that.
Yeah, that's an interesting point.
Yeah.
I didn't know that they did that.
Yeah, they actually did do that. And then when they made the next Fallout New Vegas, that was like one of the first things that they made sure to tell people so they wouldn't tick them off anymore. They said, don't worry, you can play forever. There's never an ending. You can get all the 3 endings, and then you still never have an ending. You can always, always, always be in it. Always. Yeah. Which I think is like kind of what we're talking about here. Like, people kind of want to have that multiplayer leveling up, like I'm constantly in the game feeling all the time. Like they don't want to let it go. And I think at some point, like it's actually makes for a much better story if there is an ending. Like it ends. Like turn the game off, play something else. Like maybe play another run through sometime. You know what I mean?
You need to have an ending.
I think the thing is, like I know for myself, I'm sort of in that camp because. Like, especially, I think of something like Fallout 3 and how much time I sink into a game like that.
Yeah.
Or Skyrim and how much time I sink into a game like that. And if that game were to end, it's like for me to do another run through and get the things that I want and do the things I want to do. You know how long that's going to take?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it does.
Like, I want to see what else the world has to offer, but I don't want to have to start a whole new playthrough if I'm going to have to sink another 100 hours into getting my character back to where I want him to be.
Right.
But with that said, I think what would be really nice is if developers made a point in the game to tell you, like, this is the final mission.
That's it. Yeah, so don't do this. Yeah.
Because, like, I know, Mass Effect did that, and 1 at least, did that really, really well with, like, don't go to Isla.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah.
So I guess it'd be nice to see that kind of thing happen.
Right.
Because at least then I would take the time to like, oh, don't do the main quest, do other things.
Right. So. Okay, cool. So some final thoughts. What do you think you're going to be playing this week, Andrea?
Surprise, surprise. Saints Row the
Oh,
Third.
my.
Also zombies. Gotta get Moon.
And you're going to get those DLCs for Saints Row?
Yeah, I'm really considering it just because I've had so much with this game. It's like I wanna keep going with it.
That's cool. That's cool.
Extra stuff. Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to Armored Kill, the next DLC coming out for Battlefield 3. I'm going to download that the second it comes out. And
really?
I feel like they have new DLC like every other month with that game.
They do. That's why I'm a premium member. Is I get it for free.
Oh.
Well, not for free. I paid for premium, but like that's how I get it. And I'm probably going to actually, and this is surprising, surprise, I'm actually probably going to play some Call of Duty this week because like I said, I went through those new maps and I actually really enjoyed the new maps. So maybe I'll get back on the Kill Confirmed. On my Kill Confirmed.
That is your game. Your beast to Kill Confirmed.
I love that mode. So maybe I'll play a little bit of that too. And that would be my week. How about you, Greg?
I might give Slender a couple more shots.
Slender!
Oh, that game is so scary.
Got the 5 pages, so we'll see if I can do any better.
There are 8, right?
8 total, yeah.
Okay.
I definitely am going to keep playing some Mario.
Cool.
So hopefully you all enjoy that. And definitely try to get Moon this week, because I'd like to get Achievement Perfection. 3 more to go.
Oh my god.
Awesome. All right, folks, so I think we're going to sign off with that, but you can, as always, find us on the YouTubes, find us on Facebook, find us at our website, which is MondayMooCast.com. Until next time, this is Mike and Greg and Andrea signing off. Moo!